we've put in the mixing machine, we've put 450,000 sunflower seeds, and the blue stuff is 80 kilos of slug pellets. We're going to mix it all around now because for some reason slugs love sunflowers, and then we're going to put it in the drill behind me and we're going to go and drill it in the field. So we're now inside the hopper of the corn drill where we're going to put the sunflower seeds. I don't know if you see down there, but there's a sensor that tells us when it's run out of seed, and there's a little, what's basically like a paddle wheel, and that's what meters the grain out in a minute, or the seed. So we've got our stuff in here all mixed, ready to go in. So we're going to open the chute, let it go in. So we've metered a bit of seed out the drill and now we're weighing it, and then we tell the computer on the drill what we're doing, what the weight is, and then it'll work out then how fast to turn the wheel to meter it for the field. So we had a problem in this field. It was oilseed rape, but the slugs and the pigeons ate it on the heavier ground on the top of the hill. So what did we decide to do? Drill NHS in sunflowers 200 foot high. I don't know whether there'll be any planes flying to see it, but it's worth a go. So we're running out of time now. The sun seems to be going down. We've got the drill in the field. We've got a drone up there. We've got a drone operator there. And we've got Sam guiding it. And we're basically trying to sow NHS inside a heart. But it's proving a little bit more difficult than we first thought. So we might actually only be sowing tomorrow. We're just trying to mark it out now. We've got GPS in both tractors. But we just don't seem to have the space to fit everything in so that you can read the letters properly. So I think we might end up giving up and finishing off tomorrow. We're in the field that we were in last night when it started to go dark. We're trying to drill now 200 foot high letters in sunflowers saying NHS. We tried to drill a heart and fit them inside it, but we couldn't, so we've given up now. So it's just going to be NHS written in sunflowers, hopefully, as long as the pigeons don't eat them, or the rabbits or the slugs. We've put some slug pellets obviously down at the same time. We've got a tractor over the corner there, which is the one I'm on. I've just jumped out of it now to measure everything up and check it's going okay. We're using GPS on the tractor to try and map it out, and we've got Stephen over there with a drone checking to see what it looks like and that all the letters are in the right proportion. We hope it works, but it'll be a while before we actually see the results, depending on what weather we get and whether we get any rain. So I'll do some close-ups in a bit of the drill working so you can see better how that works as well. We've had a GoPro out with us today so we can get some better footage of the drill working. But basically, we've got a little roller at the front that controls the seed depth, and then it blows it into the floor, and the little spiky wheels at the back squash it in, and the harrow just covers it over slightly just to make sure that everything's buried, otherwise the crows and the pigeons or anything will just eat everything. As you can see, there's lots of dust coming off the drill, which isn't ideal because it means that we've got no moisture hardly left in the soil. But there's just a little bit, if we look down here, it's just moist underneath. So I'm going to roll it in a bit and keep the moisture in, and hopefully they'll be up and we'll have this stunning show of sunflowers soon. We're now rolling in the sunflowers that we've just drilled. Got the big rollers on the back. Trying to keep the moisture in because it's so dry at the moment, it's so hot. It's nearly 20 degrees now here today. I want them to grow quicker than the pigeons can eat them and the slugs, so I want to keep every last little bit of moisture in the ground that we've got, because we still don't know when we're going to next get some. So it's day 32 now of lockdown learning, cab isolation. We're in the field of sunflowers. As you can see, they're just coming up nicely there now. We've got one there, one here, we've got another one there, another one just about to poke through here. They're really vulnerable now though, so the pigeons will just absolutely destroy them if they one gob full and they're gone. Same with the crows. So we've put a plastic, that was a banger going off in the background as well. We've got a gas gun going off, and we've also put a plastic eagle-y kind of thing that can hopefully deter them from landing and make them too scared to land here. It's very dry still, and we really do need some rain. Today's letter of the day is E for eagle, I suppose. I think it's an eagle. I don't quite know. Or buzzard, I don't know what it is. I think it is an eagle. So hopefully that's going to keep the pigeons off. It just seems to be that everything I'm doing nowadays is chasing pigeons off either oilseed rape, sunflowers, or crows off wheat or barley. They just get worse each year. I think they just keep breeding better. It's now day 44 of lockdown learning, cab isolation. We're in a field where we drill the sunflowers, and they're turning into a bit of a tourist attraction now with the local authority. So we've decided to sow round the edge of them grass seed, and that way people will be able to walk on them when they come up. And then also, if the summer's not as good as it should be and the sunflowers don't look that good, we can you can still see them defined by the grass sown round them. So we've got one of these hay caps here that we put on the bales of straw to stop them getting wet. We're walking along the edge of the sunflowers and scattering seed in the detail bits, and then we're using the drill on the big long straights to drill the grass on the big long straights. It's a little bit more difficult than we thought because it's such a dry day. It's hard to see the sunflowers in the dry soil. You can see them a lot better in wet soil. So we're having to mark it out a little bit, so it's taking a bit of doing, but we're getting there. A little bit like trying to ride your bike around your bedroom, trying to sow with a 6 metre drill in the middle of some sunflowers. There's Adam on the tractor there. He's a bit upset because he's not had many shouts out. We've got Sam and Andrew there with the independent adjudicators. The rape's looking quite well anyway around the field. Nice blue skies as well. To shunt a bit in the corner. Back's in now, we should get it. And then the other bits we can do by hand. Unfortunately, we never saved the GPS file when we drilled it, otherwise we could have used that to follow better in the cab rather than trying to see it in the dirt. So we've marked it out as best we can. The tractor looks quite good, green and yellow, and the green and yellow in the background. Adam's pride and joy, 7530. Sounds well. I'm 45 foot up now in the cherry picker in the scruffy field of oilseed rape that the slugs and the pigeons had to go at. But we're also looking at NHS. So that's the sunflowers, the letters, and then all around the outside now is sown with grass. So hopefully they'll look really good in a few weeks, or well, a couple of months. When a clap's not enough, say it with flowers. That's 200 foot high letters saying NHS. Doubled in size in the last sort of 24 hours. Maybe they got hold of that 0.3 mil of rain. No, they're pretty big now. Well, they're not pretty big, but they're off, but out of the vulnerable stage from pigeons and different things. Bit of grassweed over there though, but never mind. All the sunflowers are tilted over like that, pointing that way, which is where the sun is. So even from a very young plant, they already tilt to face the sun. So you can only really see it today because it's such a still day. But it'd be interesting in the morning if I come back whether they're tilting the other way, where the sun rises. So it's clever stuff. I'm just going to walk over and see what the NHS looks like that's drilled in them. So this is the NHS sunflowers now. I don't know whether you can see, but see the little green plants, and then this is where they're not sown. So looking good. There you go. Again, all tilting towards the sun up there. It's amazing really. Anyway, it looks like they're going to work. There was a few pigeons up here when I walked up, which is a shame because I just heard the gas gun go off, but the gas gun is over there by them trees. So I think we're going to have to bring the gas gun over here because Mr. Plastic Hawk stopped working now. Actually, one last thing, if anyone knows what the effect's called of the plants turning towards the sun, that can be one of today's questions, and you get extra marks if you can even pronounce it as well. So answer it in the comments, and if you've watched it on YouTube, click subscribe, and if you've watched it on Facebook, just share it so other people can see it because they might find it interesting.